Hey there, everyone. Let's get rolling here, shall we? We have a Friday edition of Beyond the Forecast with me, Eric Estreva. I know we took a week off last week. I was off for the holidays. Here's to hoping you were able to spend some quality time with friends and family over the holidays. And maybe you are still off today and you have this weekend to kind of recoup and get ready for the next work week ahead. What I want to do is I want to look back in the past at 2025, see how things were with our temperatures, precipitation, and even snowfall, give you an idea at the next couple chances of snow, and then when our temperatures could make it to around, if not above, 50 degrees. So we'll talk about that here momentarily. Let's go into 2025, shall we? We're also going to show December to go along with the year. So in all three of these graphics that you see coming up, we are going to have December and then 2025. So we're starting off with December and the temperatures. It was actually the 24th coldest December on record. Average, and that's when you average out the highs and the lows, you get that number of 24.7 degrees. The average with the highs and the lows in December is 28.2. Last year, it was 31.5. So it was actually warmer than average December in 2024. Very cold this December, as we are, again, top 25 in how cold it was this past month. Then 2025 as a whole, our average mean temperature, so highs and lows, when you average them all out, was 48.5. And that was actually right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. It was not nearly the coldest, but not nearly the warmest. So we're right there in the middle. Average is 47.9 degrees, so slightly above average. But when you compare it to the late 1800s, all the records since the late 1800s, it was right there in the middle compared to all of the other years before this. Last year, it was 51.9, and that was the warmest year ever. 2024 ended up being the warmest year ever. Now back to precipitation. So this includes any snow, ice, freezing rain, sleet, any melted snow, melted ice, rain, plain old rain, thunderstorms, however you want to spin it. So in December, it was mainly snow for us in December, but we did have some heavier rain that really pushed this number up. It was actually the fourth wettest on record when you combine the snow, the rain, any of the wintry precipitation. Average is 1.91. We saw 3.81 inches of precipitation. Last year, we had 2.68 inches of precipitation. That actually got us a little bit closer to average with the precipitation in 2025. But overall, as a whole, if we took out December, it was actually quite dry in 2025. We only had 29.08 inches of precipitation. That was the 40th driest on record. Last year, it was above average. We saw 33.15 inches. Then, of course, everyone's favorite, snowfall. It was the 30th snowiest December on record. We saw 11.3 inches of snow. Average is 9.7. Last year, we had 10.8 inches of snowfall. The snowfall in the 2024-2025 season, so we're taking late 24 and also early 25, we saw 39.7 inches of snow. That was the 42nd snowless or driest winter on record, or extended cold where we are able to get snowfall. Average is 45.7, and the 2023-24 season, we saw 32 inches, which was one of the drier snow seasons on record. Let's jump into our snowfall that is expected for tomorrow. So this is going to be Saturday afternoon and evening. You can see a dusting, a couple tenths of an inch of snowfall. Most of us upwards of half of an inch, but it's really not going to be anything too significant when it comes to the snowfall, especially when you compare it to what we have on the way for Sunday night into Monday. So that first graphic I just showed you, dusting a couple tenths of an inch tomorrow. Sunday night into Monday morning, we have a better snowfall opportunity from 1 to 2 inches across the south, 2 to 3 inches here across the central communities, and potentially 3 to 4 as you get in towards Bad Axe, Gladwin, Clare, up towards M55 in the darker blue. So that's going to be the heavier snowfall that's going to come in with the warmer air, at least on the leading edge of the warmer air, and that will definitely bring some impacts to our Monday morning commute, because we'll time it out for you here as we move forward into this Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. One thing I also want to bring to your attention, you can see a lot of warm air, a lot of warm colors. across the eastern and central United States. We're flipping the pattern. We're going into a jet stream that's going to actually bring in some milder temperatures for us, as opposed to the deeper cold that's been setting up shop over the recent days coming out of Canada. And that means a really good shot at above average temperatures, which average right now, it's right around freezing. So anytime we get above freezing, it's above normal for this time of the year. And you can see across the Great Lakes, we have some of the darker of the oranges and reds, which means a really good shot at above average temperatures, which we have several of those days in our 7-day forecast. We'll show you here momentarily. Our current weather picture, we're quiet. We had some flurries out there this morning. We broke into some sunshine in the afternoon and evening. We will see increasing clouds. You can see those clouds more so across Wisconsin, the Upper Peninsula, and also in towards Lake Michigan. Those will increase for us tonight, which will allow for our temperatures to not fall as far as they would if we had clear skies the entire night. Most of us will be in the single digits to teens to start the day tomorrow, or right at midnight, and then we'll actually see those temperatures rising a bit more. But one thing that we had on that weather picture off to the north and west coming out of Canada, near the Dakotas, there was a snowfall that is increasing in size and heaviness, and that's going to swing in for our afternoon and evening tomorrow. As quickly as it moves in, it'll move on out. We'll see partly sunny skies for our Sunday, and then we'll have our snowfall opportunity Sunday night. And the Monday, you can see 3 a.m. The entire area is seeing that heavier snowfall band. That's going to swing off to the east by the afternoon on Monday. So the morning commute on Monday will likely be impacted by this snowfall. The coldest temperatures will happen right around midnight. Then we'll see them growing into the teens. More so mid-teens by tomorrow morning. There will likely still be some lower teens as we start the day in our northern communities, but most of us will be right there in the middle teens. Then we'll have highs in the mid-20s tomorrow. One other thing, or a couple things, that is also happening tonight that you may be able to see, the most prominent in the sky is going to be the supermoon, which is 14% bigger than normal and 30% brighter than normal. It's also the Wolf full moon, which is the January full moon. And something also happening is the quadrantid meteor shower. So that's peaking out there tonight, but kind of unfortunate. The brighter and larger moon, and because it's a full moon, it gives us more light, it is going to block out a lot of our view of seeing the quadrantid meteor shower. You may be able to see a couple meteors streaking across the sky, but the full moon is not really going to allow us to see it at its full potential. It also will obscure and probably mitigate or muddle the aurora potential as well. We have a moderate geomagnetic storm that is expected to impact the Earth tonight, which would bring the aurora potential on the horizon for our entire area. But of course, the brighter the sky is, the less coverage. So the full moon is going to be the most prominent thing in the sky. It's also going to obscure our chance of seeing the meteor shower and also the aurora borealis potential. Here's that extended forecast. I'm going to bring your attention and your eyes to the highs next week. We're at 34 Monday, 39 on Tuesday, 38 on Wednesday, then 43 on Thursday, and 48 on Friday. And the potential is there to maybe increase those numbers on Friday into the 50s. Really going to depend on where that storm system tracks. But it is going to be a storm, a winter storm, that brings in the warmer temperatures, brings in more rain than anything else. And that's going to allow for quite a bit of ice and snow melt to occur as we look towards next week. I also do want to reiterate tomorrow's afternoon and evening snowfall, very light stuff, a couple tenths to maybe half of an inch of snowfall. Then Sunday night into Monday morning, we have a heavier snow, about 1 to 2 inches across the south, 2 to 3 for most other locations, but there could be some spots north of US 10 that may pick up over 3 inches of snowfall, just slightly over 3 inches, but area wide, I would expect about 1 to 3 inches of snow coming from that wave, with the heavier amounts as you go north. The further north that you live, the heavier the snowfall will be for you Sunday night. Now, I don't expect enough snow to cause any school closures, but I do expect enough snow to cause some travel headaches out there Monday morning. I'll show you that snowfall one more time. So this is going to be Sunday night into Monday morning for that snowfall. You can see about 1 to 2 across the south, 1 to 2 across the south, 2 to 3 closer to M46 and points north towards US 10, and then maybe 3 to 4 as you get into that darker blue. Huron County towards Gladwin, Clare, as well as Aranac, Iosco, Ogemaw, and also Roscommon counties. All right, everyone. I think that's going to wrap it up for me on this Facebook Live. I appreciate you joining me. We're going to continue these into the new year. I know a lot of you are winding down your holiday celebrations and your just time off. So be safe this weekend and good luck as we get back into the swing of things next week.